Hey team, Oscar here from the Frontrunner Colombo, and this is the On Cloud Boom Strike. The Cloud Boom Strike is On's elite race day shoe made for 10,000 meters, half marathon and the marathon on the road. I think On here have done a phenomenal job at creating what is a snappy, lightweight, fast shoe without skimping on stability features. Introducing their Helium HF midsole, which is a PIBA based midsole. They have done something that no brand has done before by removing the stropple board, which is how they would normally attach the midsole to the upper. They have gone with an inner sole, which is a 25mm thick using a PIBA-based material, which gets less material between the midsole and the carbon fiber plate, meaning one, they bring the weight down, but two, you don't get any energy displacement or loss of energy in through that foot strike and to toe off. What I like here, as you can see, is the geometry that On have used to maximize stability. We've got a relatively wide heel. It does narrow through the midfoot, but they have got good shaping in the inner sole, and then it's a nice wide midfoot, so wherever you're landing, if it is a little lateral or straight through the middle, you're going to get great stability in this one. The Helium HF foam is a slightly firmer, more resilient foam, so if you did enjoy the Saucony Endorphin Elite 1 or some of the firmer Alphafly 1 type rides, you will enjoy the On Cloud Boom Strike. They haven't skimped on the rubber either in the high use areas, so you are going to get good durability out of the outsole to make sure you do get your money's worth. The mesh upper is incredibly breathable, but also holds you well down onto the midsole, particularly at those faster speeds. Lightweight cushioning in through the heel collar gives you optimal lockdown, particularly when you are moving at faster paces. The fit for this one, I found that the width was relatively generous, but the volume is still quite low, so that is what I mean by that is my foot sat in it quite well, but I did still find that it was a little bit tight across to my little toe. If we look at the fit for the Cloud Boom Strike, I did find that the shoe was relatively wide point to point, but still had racing shoe volume, so it had good lockdown on top of the midsole. In terms of length, I dabbled between an 8 and an 8.5. I think if I was going to race a half marathon, I might go to the 8. If I was going to race a marathon, I'd probably use a slightly better sock and use the 8.5 US men's size. So I think this is one of those ones where if you haven't tried an On shoe before, it probably is best to try and get in store and give it a go. Some of the stats for the Cloud Boom Strike from On, we're looking at 40mm in the heel and 36mm through the forefoot, giving it a 4mm offset. What I will say is the way that they've utilized the geometry in through the midsole is I felt this to be more like an 8mm pitch shoe, and I think that was the way that it definitely held me up onto that mid and forefoot. On have done a pretty good job at keeping the weight down for the Cloud Boom Strike, weighing in at 213 grams for a men's size US 9 and 173 grams for a women's US size 8. The Cloud Boom Strike is going to retail for $420. It will be available in a variety of colors and in store, online and on the app.